set timeout and set interval. What is the use of set timeout? A specific operation we can do after a specific time. For that purpose we are using set timeout. Let us create a h1 tag with id, suppose heading. Okay, now let us write document dot get element by id heading dot inner html equal, suppose my name Subrat Das. Now if you run this, then we will get Subrat Das on our screen, right? But suppose we want this printing after some time, or let us say we have another paragraph and we want to print here something after a certain time. Let us give it an id dazig and write here the same thing but with a different id, document dot get element by id dazig dot inner html equal senior software developer. Now let us run this. So at a time both are displaying on the screen. Now let us put this one within a function print dazig okay, and let us call this function with the use of set timeout print dazig comma 10,000. Now let us run this. So see, Subrat Das is printed, then after 10 seconds it will print the designation. Okay, so this 10,000 means 10 seconds. Here the time we have to give in milliseconds. 1000 milliseconds equal 1 second. So 10,000 milliseconds equal 10 seconds. Okay, so after 10 seconds this function will be executed. Okay, now suppose we want to do it directly, then we can write the function here instead of function name. We know this is the pattern of writing an arrow function, right? So within this body of arrow function we will write this one, or you can write any statement that you want to execute. Okay, let us run this. So first it printed Subrat Das, then after 10 seconds it will print senior software developer. Okay, so it will work same like this one. Got it? Now suppose you want to repeat something then what we will do? Then we will use set interval, means a set of commands will execute repeatedly. Okay, let us use here set interval instead of set timeout. Rest everything let us keep same, and instead of equal sign let us use plus equal. Now what will happen? It will print something for the first time and afterwards it will add something to it, right? And what is that? That is senior software developer. So after every 10 seconds it will add senior software developer to it. Okay, so let us decrease it to 1 second and let us run this again. So on every second it will print senior software developer, senior software developer, senior software developer. Okay, so you can ask here, oh, this is not proper example, right? Generally we don't need this type of thing. Yes, I know. So what we will do, instead of this one, let us write here equal new date. Okay, now let us run this. So see, this second counter is incrementing. Why? Because each time we are printing the new date at the same place. Okay, If we use set timeout instead of set interval, it will print only once. Okay, so see, this is not incrementing. Why? Because it printed only once. But if we are using set interval, then it will continue printing, and as we are using equal sign, then it is printing on it. If we use here plus equal instead of equal, then it will print the next one to its right hand side. See, okay, and if you use equal sign, then it will override the old one. So it creates an illusion that this time is incrementing, right? Now can we stop this time? Because this set interval is a non-terminating loop, right? So to stop this one, let us put these things within a function. So let us say function timer or print timer, and within that let us put this one, right? Now let us take a variable timer and initialize it to an object. Okay, and here let us assign this one. Okay, now let us create another variable stop time, another function stop timer, and here we will use clear interval, this one timer.time. Okay, now let us create here two different buttons, start and stop. Okay, and let us connect those JavaScript functions to the onClick event. So the first one print timer, or let us name it start timer. Okay, so the first one start timer, and the second one stop timer, right? Let us run this. Click on start timer. It is not doing anything. Let us see the console. Click on start. So we have a timer here. Let us make it constant. So we have a timer here, then timer dot time equals set interval, and this interval is 1 second, then a stop timer, then clear interval of timer dot time. Now let us run this. Then this start timer, yes, click on start, so it will start the timer. Then click on stop, yes, it stopped. Then click on start again, it will continue, and then click on stop, it will stop the timer. Okay, so what we conclude from here, this set timeout will execute a specific function after certain time, but only once. This set interval will execute a certain function repeatedly in a non-terminating loop. Okay, and this time we can give in milliseconds. Then we have a clear interval which I can use to stop the execution of set interval loop.